Some people think that he is crazy. Some believes that he has talent. Others think that he is a drag queen. His mother think that he has a big huge heart. He described himself as a lovely person full of love. He believes that love is the most important thing in everybody's life. And that he is a little crazy. He believes in you. Welcome again to Nelson Show.
Hello, how are you? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I don't know what time is there at this moment that you're watching. First of all, I want to say thanks for watching me again, to be here. Thanks for all the commentaries, thanks for the emails, thanks for the calls, thanks for the SMS, thanks for being there. People out of Inverness and people in Inverness, a few of them are here with my same ideas and my same beliefs. There is something that I want to go just briefly about, is the issue that I talked the last time about a member of an organization that is not out. I decide I'm not going to talk anymore about that business. It's not because I don't care, I really do care, and someday I'm not going to talk, but I'm going to be doing things because I don't believe that is right. The rest, I don't want to talk anymore about the issue. The thing is, yes, that I want to talk about the issue that everybody, even in all the associations, don't forget the 17th of May, it was the homophobic and the day of the against homophobia and transphobia. I say the word transphobia, and I know why I'm saying that word over and over again, phobia, because if I was a transsexual person or half transsexual person, I was going to do something that day. I was going to go out in Inverness with a flag and say stop homophobia and stop transphobia, but no, since this person is not out, cannot be outside in the street. So let's not forget that issue again. Let's forget that issue again. But let's don't forget that the 17th of May of 1990, it was the day that the medicine, the psychiatric medicine, take out the homosexuality as a mental health disease. As a illness, they take it out and put it in out of the any illness is as a normal thing, as another way of living. That there's going to be a show soon that I want to do because homosexuality, in a meeting that I was on Edinburgh yesterday, the homosexuality is the way to fix the world, but I'm going to talk to you later on another show about that. But let's see now what happened in 1978, 2 years before they decide to take out the homosexuality as a mental disease out of the books and out of the status of the medical issues. Let's see what happened to Anita Bryan. Anita Bryan was in 1978. Was there. Anita Bryan was a famous person like Oprah Winfrey at this time. She left us after 25 years, but don't worry, she come back, and we have something to show you in this show also about Oprah Winfrey. And but with Anita Bryan, that's what happened to her 2 years ago. 1978, 2 years before the disease, the homosexual mental disease get out of the books. But let's see it.
if we were going to go on a crusade across the nation and try to do away with the homosexuals, then we certainly would have done it on June the 8th after one of the most overwhelming victories in the country. But we didn't. We tried to avoid it and went into a place called Norfolk, Virginia, and were met with protest and all kinds of problems. And every...
Security agent. Security agent. No, let him stay.
No.
Let him stay. Anita wanted to pray. That's all right.
Father, we want to thank you.
Bryant burst into tears as the pie ran down her face. A little while later, Bryant's husband found the 4 pie throwers in a parking lot talking with newsmen. The 4 still had a banana cream pie with them, and despite his earlier plea for non-retaliation, Bryant's husband took it and threw it in one of the pie throwers' face. Des Moines authorities say no charges will be filed in connection with today's incident. Dennis Wilden, News 5.
But you'd be okay with a cutest couple, heterosexual couple.
I would be, because that is the norm of society. See, it's the same gay marriage thing. You have a 6% option here. Homosexuals, according to research, are 6% of the population. And
but
if
since
you're
But since African Americans are a minority, would you have a problem with an African American heterosexual couple as the cutest couple?
Race is not conduct. There's a difference between who you are and what you do, and that is another key.
So you're judging homosexuality.
Not judging. I'm not judging
conduct.
anybody at anything. I'm telling you that there's a legitimate point of view that, number one, you don't allow sexuality to intrude in your high school yearbook because they're minors.
This isn't about sexuality.
Sure it
this
is.
Just a
this
couple.
is a lesbian couple that was voted in
but
there
they're not,
because they're a lesbian couple.
But they're not flaunting their sexuality.
How do you know?
They're just in love.
Wait a minute.
In the picture,
how do you know they're not? You don't know that.
They're not flaunting their sexuality any more or any less than a heterosexual couple their age.
There's no reason why Brandy and Lupe had to declare themselves anything other than friends.
Mom, guess what I learned in school today?
What, sweetie?
I learned how a prince married a prince, and I can marry a princess.
Think it can happen? It's already happened.
We have 2 trips this weekend, plus the regular speaker meetings. We have here in Pasadena, where we get to preach to all you lovely people. And then we got to get in Madison and Milwaukee.
We're not anti-gay. We are pro-family. Let me put it that way. And we love these people and try to work with them and help them. We know they have a problem. We want to help them solve that problem.
There's a storm gathering.
The clouds are dark and the winds are strong.
And I am afraid.
Some who advocate for same-sex marriage have taken the issue far beyond same-sex couples.
They want to bring the issue into my life.
My freedom will be taken away.
I'm a California doctor who must choose between my faith and my job.
I'm part of a New Jersey church group punished by the government because we can't support same-sex marriage.
I'm a Massachusetts parent, helplessly watching public schools teach my son that gay marriage is good.
There's some who advocate for same-sex marriage have not been content with same-sex couples living as they wish.
Those advocates want to change the game.
I will have no choice.
The storm is coming, but we have hope. A rainbow coalition of people of every creed and color coming together in love to protect the earth.
Two years ago, 1978, 2 years before the disease, the homosexual mental disease get out of the books. Let's see it.
As the military prepares to end Don't Ask, Don't Tell, our NATO allies have told us what to expect. Business as usual.
There is no negative impact by having men and women of any sexual orientation fighting together, be it in Afghanistan, be it in Iraq.
the lifting of the homosexual ban was a bit like Y2K. It was a non-event, and it continues to be a non-event.
That what happened in 1978. She was proclaiming that the gays, they were not good, that the gays, we were everything. We weren't pretty. We were everything, but not pretty at all. So I used to have to turn around. I have my legs that are killing me. And but after that, and now, what is she thinking about what she did in 1978? I think that she has to be thinking if she did okay or she didn't do okay. But why you don't see? Let's see what she said now in these years about what happened 33 years ago.
31 years ago, a Miss Oklahoma came within an eyelash of becoming Miss America. Her name was Anita Bryant. She went on to become a top entertainer, then virtually vanished from sight after a bitter controversy that pitted her against the nation's gay community. Today, Anita Bryant is on the comeback trail, virtually starting over. That's our inside story today.
I remember lying in the bed in my mother's house in a fetal position and wanting to die. I knew that God was with me.
Anita Bryant, Miss Oklahoma.
Sometimes you have to pay a price for what you believe is right.
Singer Anita Bryant believes she was right when 13 years ago, as a Florida mother, she organized a movement to prevent homosexuals from becoming teachers in her community.
If we were going to go on a crusade across the nation and try to do away with the homosexuals.
But the locally sponsored campaign erupted into a national debate. Bryant drew attention with statements like, quote, gays can't reproduce, they have to recruit, end of quote. To gays everywhere, she became an overwhelming symbol of condemnation of their lifestyle, and they struck back at her in more ways than one.
Security agent, security agent.
No, let him stay.
No.
Let him stay.
Well, at least it's a fruit pie.
3 years of emotional controversy and 3 votes later, Anita Bryant's anti-gay cause went down to defeat. During those 3 years, her personal life crumbled, and her career was virtually destroyed.
What I did was right, and I can't go back and change some things after the fact.
Anita Bryant was not the first celebrity affected by outspoken political views. Jane Fonda angered much of the nation when she visited North Vietnam in 1972. Ed Asner was criticized for speaking out on El Salvador. Vanessa Redgrave was denied work because of her support for Palestinian causes. But no one has paid as dearly as Anita Bryant for taking a public stand on something she believed in.
I did what was right, and the rest is history.
Her own history as a performer gave no clues of what was to come. As a teenage singer, she had top 10 records. She was second runner-up at the 1959 Miss America contest. She traveled with Bob Hope's USO tour 7 times. She sang for presidents and at national political conventions.
There's nothing artificial or synthetic here or here.
She was a national spokesperson for the Florida orange growers, and in 1978 was named Good Housekeeping's most admired woman in America.
When I hear the word homosexual,